going.
Hello, this is Meddings and we're here today to show you how to change a faulty or broken return spring on one of our machines. First, you take your safety glasses, and secondly, make sure that the machine is isolated from the mains power. With that, you can see the quill is extended to its full extent. It tells me that the machine has a broken spring or a faulty one. So if we retract the quill back up into the head itself fully and tighten the quill lock screw on the front of the machine. We now take a screwdriver and release the cover on the spring box, like so. Now we should be able to see and expose the spring and see what needs to be done. You then take yourself a 3mm Allen key and release any tension from the underside of the head on that spring. You now should be able to release the housing from the head and pull gently towards it, showing the spring inside the housing. Now be able to place into the vise using a screwdriver, flat-ended screwdriver. Release the spring from the housing like so. You will now see into the housing itself there is a location for the lug of the new spring that needs to be located in there. Place back into the vise. Take your new component, the spring, return spring, place over the spring box so you can see that that lug needs to fit into the spring box snugly. With this spring, hold over the top, gentle tap into position so the spring sits neatly into the spring box. Then take your pin punch, locate onto the lug and knock firmly into place. With this you'll find the spring locking ring on the outside of the spring might fly off, so be warned that you don't catch yourself. In some cases the ring does stay on the spring, so you need to take a small flat-ended screwdriver and release the spring ring from the outside of it so it comes off fully. Then take the punch again, make sure the spring is down fully into the socket. That's all. Now you can take the spring box out of the machine, out to the vise, and place back onto the machine. You notice in the end of the shaft activating gear there is a slot which the tang of the spring should locate as so. The spring box is now ready for tension. Use the 3mm Allen key underside of the head, tighten the screw, until you're at the point of biting. Turn the spring box anti-clockwise, a whole turn, and tighten the screw underneath. Release the Quill lock on the front of the machine and try the spring tension. Obviously, if you need a bit more tension, repeat that step and tighten once more. In that position, you can give it a light grease just for a bit of lubrication. Take your spring box cover and reinsert over the spring box. You should find now there's a lot more tension on that spring and should go back into the uppermost position. Thank you for watching this video.